gentlemen, welcome to the news program on the television of Burkina Faso. The main stories without more ado. The army in Burkina Faso is getting stronger with more and more victories over the armed terrorist groups. Results that some do not celebrate, according to the head of state. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, in a televised interview last week, denounced the campaign to demonize the defense and security forces. The National Culture Week, SNC, in Bobo is getting close to its end, but before the closing ceremony, we'll come back to the launch ceremony marked by the opening show entitled My Rebellion for My Fatherland. On the occasion of the 21st edition of the SNC, the authorities have received support from the African diaspora living in the United States. The members of the African Development Institute are welcoming the resilience of the Burkinabe people. Thanks for watching the national television of Burkina Faso. The president of the transition gave an interview to the journalist of the state channel RTB. During the televised interview, the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, reacted to the campaign to demonize the defense and security forces in the international press. Listen to Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
Ah oui, ça c'est logique. Ces presses internationales se battent pour leur pays.
It's logical these international presses are fighting for their countries. It's normal. Those that we've closed here reveal all information in the interest of their country of origin. Paradoxically, it's often the local press that relays this information. Does that mean that they don't understand that those are acting in the interest of a country? The defense and security forces are increasing in power. Many victories have been recorded. Today, we are not waiting to be attacked. We are on the offensive. The acquisition of arms and equipment by our army does not delight some people, because we are going to succeed in defeating terrorism that they created to disintegrate our states in order to continue exploiting our resources. But if you have an army that can't afford certain things, it's normal for their press to demonize or invent lies with internal complicity. Unfortunately, there are individuals here who for 2,000 or 3,000 euros are ready to write anything to sell their country. These are the people whom we are fighting because they are the enemies of the nation.
Straight to the Obasan region, where the head of state inaugurated early this week the industrial complex of the agency Delhi International Port. This infrastructure, costing 18 billion CFA francs, is located in Bobo Dioulasso with a daily production capacity of 300 tons of oil. This plant will help improve the processing and marketing of shea butter, oleaginous oil, and livestock feed in Burkina Faso. Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
I think we should salute the promoter of this plant, who is an example of resilience, because we were aware of the difficulties linked to the setting up of this plant over a year ago. That's why we're supporting it, because we want our products to be processed here for the people of Burkina Faso. Our vision is that we are not importers of finished products, but exporters of finished products. That's why we've supported it and why we want to support all the businessmen who are going to start processing our products so that we can become more competitive in the transformation of our products, so that the Burkinabe can have jobs on the spot and consume what is produced. So this is a call to these businessmen not to hesitate to embark on industrialization, because we are going to support them. We are also calling on all producers to get involved in agriculture, because there is a place where it could be marketed and processed for us. That's why we've come to accompany the inauguration of this plant.
Burkina Faso is exhibiting its culture in Bobo Dioulasso. The three gangs marking the start of the 21st edition of the SNC were struck last Saturday by the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. At the Abubakar Sangulila Muzana Stadium, the official launch ceremony of the biennial culture event was attended by administrative and the political authorities. Let's come back to the opening ceremony.
With three strokes of a gong, the president of the transition, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, officially launched the activities of the 21st edition of the National Culture Week. It is now time for a week of promotion of the cultural mosaic of Burkina Faso. The organization of the 2024 edition at a time when Burkina Faso is asserting its identity to the world is a privilege, according to the state minister in charge of culture. For Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo, the enthusiasm that this cultural event has aroused since its creation is evidence that the SNC deserves all the attention it can get and is therefore a major cultural event in the sub-region. Culture, historical memory, and the patriotic reawakening for a new Burkina is the theme of this year's event. This is an invitation to all Burkinabe to take a look into the past and learn about their history and cultural values. In his speech, the head of a delegation from Niger, the guest country of honor, praised the resilience of the Burkinabe people who have risen to the challenge of organizing this forum to promote cultural diversity. For Abdurrahman Amadou, Niger is committed to highlighting the diversity of its cultural heritage all over this biennial event, a rich heritage shared by the three countries of the AES. Apart from the speeches, festival goers were also able to watch artist performances, including the opening show entitled My Revolt for My Fatherland.
Sahel se lève, debout et déterminé, unis dans la lutte contre l'ennemi qui culbute.
The 21st edition of the SNC, the trade and the craft fair, is in full swing in Bobo Dioulasso. To get a feel for how the SNC's major event is going on, the president of the Transitional Legislative Assembly visited the site hosting the fair. Dr. Ousmane Bougma visited the stands and talked to the exhibitors. We saw exhibitors each displaying their own expertise. For example, we saw visually impaired disabled people doing wonderful work. The president of the ALT said, "This shows that we have a wealth of culture to showcase," continued Dr. Ousmane Bougma, who welcomed the presence of foreign exhibitors, namely the delegation from Niger, guest of honor. Still in Bobo Dioulasso, the African diaspora living in the United States is one of the visitors to the SNC. The 21st edition is an opportunity for the delegation of the African Development Institute to discover the cultural and the tourist potential in Burkina Faso. The delegation received by the state minister, the minister in charge of culture, came to salute the resilience of the Burkinabe people. Listen to the president of the institute, Aritano Ashihomri.
We are here to show our support to the great nation, the great republic of Burkina Faso, for the work that you all have done, the suffering that you have been through to fight for your freedom. That you have done, and I would like to say, on behalf of the African diaspora from all over the world, congratulations for the job well done. Congratulations for the mission having been accomplished. So we are here because we have been working with your amazing embassy in Washington, D.C. I must start by wanting to thank them for the work that they have done. Honestly, if I may address President Ibrahim Traoré, you have an amazing team in Washington, D.C. Burkina Faso is well represented. I must honestly start by saying many of us were being called and being cautioned, are you sure you want to go to Burkina Faso? And I can tell you, the more they called us, the more they warned us about going to Burkina Faso, the more determined we were to come to Burkina Faso. Because what other country in Africa has done what has been done in Burkina Faso, what has been done in Niger, what has been done in Mali. This is the new Africa. This is the revolution Africa has needed. And you guys have picked up where Thomas Sankara left. Yes. And you are showing us the way. Why on earth would we not come to support you? We want you to know that we feel you, that we hear you. We are here to support you, and we are all in, fired up and ready to go. Investment, yes ma'am. Entrepreneurship, yes ma'am. You name it, we are here to join hands with you to build Burkina Faso we want, to build the Africa that we want. That's our mission, and that's why we're here.
More than 1,000 vehicles in an irregular situation identified by the National Anti-Fraud Coordination during its control mission. The information was given by the coordination members during a press conference on Tuesday. The objective is to denounce and fight against these malicious practices of some users, which is detrimental to the economy of Burkina Faso.
The inspection operation identified around 1,000 vehicles of different types that had not been cleared through customs, according to the Permanent Secretariat of the Anti-Fraud Coordination. For its coordinator, Yves Kafando, the loss suffered by the state is estimated at over 1 billion CFA francs. After they have been imported by the customs services, there are some people using computer graphics manipulations managed to modify declarations for salt, fertilizer, edible oil, herbicides, miscellaneous goods, according to the National Anti-Fraud Coordinator. This manipulation aims to match the characteristics of the vehicles in their possession to the declarations in order to make it appear as if it were a regular clearance operation, precised the Anti-Fraud Coordinator. For him, the case of vehicles results from a lack of synergy of action between public administrations when they are complementary in the processing of vehicle files. He therefore urged all owners of seized vehicles to make regular their situation. Otherwise, fines will be applied to them for the benefit of the state budget, if Kafando concluded.
Ladies and gentlemen, that puts an end to this news program. Thanks for watching and stay tuned next Saturday.